Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I figured we would do another faves and no ways. That was the very first video I ever put up on my channel, and it's been about 2 months or so since I've done it. Came on, talked to you about some products that I've been loving recently and some products that I have not been loving recently. And this video is super exciting because it's in collaboration with my very good friend ESTEE. She is absolutely amazing. Her Instagram handle is aesthetics1 and then her YouTube is ESTEE AMOS, and I am going to link both down below for you so you can go and check her out because she is literally awesome. She is beautiful, so beautiful. She's so nice and kind and stunning, and I swear she could sell me anything. Like I'm not kidding you. I've bought like 5 items that I can think of off the top of my head that I bought because of her, on her recommendation. She is so thorough with her reviews, tests things out for a long time so you know whether she really likes them or not, has great recommendations, and I am so excited to be collaborating with her today. This is a virtual collaboration because she lives in New York and I live in Ohio, so we're not exactly down the street from each other, and even if COVID wasn't going on, we couldn't really like collab in person. Unfortunately, I would love to meet her one day. Like I said, she's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my current faves and no ways, and then at the end of the video, she is going to pop on and talk about one of her current hits and one of her current misses. We kind of call them different things. And make sure you check out her video because I am popping on her video and talking about a hits and a miss, or a faves and a no ways on her video. And they are going to be different products, so they're not going to be repeat products. So make sure you check out both videos if you want to hear all of our current products we're loving and products we're not loving. So yeah, if you are excited and you want to hear me babble on about some products for the next 15 minutes, then let's go ahead and get started. So in my last faves and no way video, I went ahead and did like a favorite and then a no way and a favorite and a no way, went back and forth. So I think I'm going to stick with that again for this video. I'll start off with a fave of mine, and the first one I want to talk about is the Cerave Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser. This has 4% benzoyl peroxide acne treatment. This is seriously so good. I have been using it every single night for probably about 2 weeks straight, so it doesn't really look like I've really touched this cleanser at all, but I promise you I have every single solitary night. I don't use it in the morning as well because people can say it can be drying. I haven't experienced any dryness on my skin because of this, which I'm really thankful for, but I know 4% I think is kind of a high benzoyl peroxide amount, so I can understand where the dryness and irritation can come from with this, but this has just been so great. It says it's a foaming cream cleanser. I definitely think it's more cream than foaming. It doesn't sting, it doesn't dry my skin out, it doesn't have a weird scent to it, and I really think that this has been clearing up my acne a lot. I have the Cerave Salicylic Acid face wash, and I have used almost the whole entire bottle up of it, and I just don't think it does anything, but I also think that I've came to the realization that salicylic acid doesn't really do much to my skin, so that could be why. But this has just been so great. It has really helped clear up my acne, and I don't think that it was just masking. Like, I think I was just having a moment with my skin, and it's not perfect by any means. It hasn't completely gotten rid of my acne by any means, but it definitely seems to really be helping. And if you can get your hands on this, I know it's pretty much sold out everywhere, I highly recommend. I got mine off of Ulta's website. Then my first no way product that I'm just not really loving recently, I kind of feel bad putting this in here because I've really only tried it once, and I keep saying I need to try it again with a hydrating primer, and I just haven't, but it is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I have the shade Cloud. The first and only time I have used this, it was just very drying on my skin. It looked so flaky and so bad. I know I need to try it again. I haven't yet, I know. I just really have not been wearing makeup a ton, and when I do wear it, it's on the weekends when I film for YouTube videos, and I want my skin and my makeup to look good for YouTube videos, and the first time I used this, it did not look good. So I will eventually try it out again, but so far, I just was not impressed with this at all. The one time I used it, it was so drying and so flaky and looked absolutely terrible on my skin. So yeah, not loving this. Another favorite of mine is kind of random, but I have been obsessed with this recently. It's the Burt's Bees Moisturizing Lip Balm, and this is in the pomegranate flavor, I guess. I have used Burt's Bees for years, like literal years, and I really do love their chapsticks, but I've been through probably I don't even know how many tubes of this specific kind, I almost said Pacific, this specific kind, the pomegranate flavor. I just really, really enjoy it. It smells really, really nice. It's like pomegranate-y, if that makes sense. It just smells like fruity, but it smells good. And it actually, since it is like a berry shade, it gives the tiniest hint of color to my lips. Nothing like it's an actual color, but I just feel like it helps my natural lips just look more put together. But this is super moisturizing. I really, really love this. Mike and I were in line at Kroger when I saw this just sitting there, and I just threw it in my cart and picked it up and bought it, and have been using it nonstop since. If you're in the need for a good chapstick that's pretty affordable, I highly recommend this one. Another no way product for me that I'm really bummed that I didn't absolutely head over heels love, because I was expecting to absolutely fall head over heels in love with it, is the Essence Volume Stylus Curl and Hold Mascara. I bought this on sale at Ulta a couple weeks back, and I've used it probably 5 or 6 times, and each time I'm just not impressed with it. It's not the worst mascara I've ever used in my entire life. I will say that. It's not like it's terrible. I'm going to keep using it. It's only a couple dollars, so I shouldn't have had that high of expectations, but I did because everyone loves Essence mascaras, but this isn't the one that everyone raves about. So maybe that's why. Maybe I just need to pick up I think it's my neighbor decided to start mowing. You guys, the background noise in all my videos, it's just too much, but hopefully you cannot hear it and I'm just being dramatic. But anyways, maybe I just need to pick up the ones that everyone raves about, because this is not one of them. But I bought it because it says Curl and Hold Mascara, and if you guys know me, which I'm sure you do, I've said it a million times, all I care about with mascaras is holding a curl. So I really thought I would love this, and I just don't. It doesn't hold a curl too well. It doesn't fall, so I guess it does what it says, but it also just gets really, really clumpy on me, and yeah, it's not my favorite. Another product that is a fave of mine that I just literally cannot put down, I cannot stop using it, is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzer. I'm obsessed with this, like literally obsessed. When you look at it in the pan, it doesn't look like it would give you too much color on your skin, because it looks pretty light, but it actually shows up very decently on my skin. It shows up, I don't want to say dark because it's not too dark, but it does show up on my skin, and it does have just that little bit of sheen. I don't know if you can tell in the powder. It just has just a little bit of sheen, which really scared me when I bought it. I'm not gonna lie. I did not think I was going to like this, because sheeny bronzers and all of that, it just scares me. It makes me think that I'm gonna look like I have like tinfoil, like I'm Edward Cullen with like with like shiny, crazy, sparkly skin, but this is not the case at all. It just looks stunning on your skin. It makes you look healthy and glowing, like you really are sun-kissed. I have the shade 01 Light, so it's just the lightest one it comes in. I think there's 3 shades. And yeah, I have not been able to stop using this bronzer. I absolutely love it. I cannot put it down. Another product that's just a no way for me is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I've spoken about this multiple times on my channel. This is in the packaging because I'm going to be trying to return it to Ulta soon. I just cannot find a shade that works for me. I don't understand why the shades are so completely different between the original Camo Concealer and then this. I just don't understand. I know it's a completely different formulation, but like the shades are so off. And I knew that going in. I've heard so many people say that. So I thought I was buying shades. I bought 2, by the way. I thought I was buying shades that would work well for me, and neither one of them have. So I'm going to try to exchange this for a lighter shade because this is too dark on me. This is the shade Fair Beige. So maybe I'll exchange it for the lighter shade and try it out and end up loving it, and it'll be a fave coming up. But right now, it's just a no way, and not formula-wise, because I haven't even had a chance to really try the formula. It's just shade-wise. It's a no way. I cannot find a shade that works for me. So maybe this will change in the future, but right now, I'm just like, I can't even use it. So it's a no way. You know what I mean? I can't use it. The next product that I am loving and I also cannot put down, just like the L'Oreal Lumi Bronzer, is the Ilia Essential Brow Natural Volumizing Brow Gel. You have seen me use this so many times in so many videos. It is so good. It's such a good brow gel. I'm obsessed with it, literally. It has like a really weird wand where it's short on one side and long on the other, but I love that. I go in with the long side first, I turn it over and go in with the short side that helps distribute a little bit more product, and then with the long side one more time to just really make sure it's all nice and distributed, and I just love it. It never puts too much product in my brows. It's the brow gel that I have on my brows today. I just think that it makes it look so natural and fluffy and fills it in where I need it to fill in, but doesn't where I don't, and I'm obsessed with this brow gel. I love it. My next no way and product that I'm just not really loving right now is the Vert Ghost hair mask. So I actually used up the whole thing. This thing fell off. The like cap fell off of it and it won't go back on and I'm not sure why. But this is empty. I actually used up the whole thing. So it's not that I hated it and like it was unusable, but I just don't think it really did much to my hair. If you've been following me on Instagram for a while, you know that the Vert Ghost shampoo and conditioner and then the Vert Ghost hair oil, I am obsessed with all three of those products. They are my holy grail: shampoo, conditioner, hair oil. They are so good for my hair. They make my hair so soft and shiny and manageable and not frizzy, and just, I love the shampoo, conditioner, and hair oil in this line. But for some reason, I just didn't really care for this. Like I said, it wasn't unusable. I did use up the whole thing. I just don't think it did much for my hair. It says it's weightless, it'll soften, restore, and deep condition. And I didn't notice really much of a difference between this and then the Vert Ghost just normal conditioner. I was expecting this to just be so super hydrating and just be different, and it wasn't. So it's not that I didn't like it. I just don't think it did anything special, and I'm not going to be repurchasing it. My second to last fave is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer Base. I actually have had this for a really, really long time. If you can see, I've used quite a bit of it up. It's got a little pan down in there. But I use this a ton, and then I stopped using it for a while, and then I've just recently picked it back up and started using it again, and that's why I'm putting it in my faves. I have not been able to put this down either. I feel like there's a common theme between all the makeup products I'm talking about. I just have been loving using this. All I do is get a little tiny bit. I literally mash it into my skin, like press it really hard into my skin, in my T-zone, like right here on my forehead and then on my chin. I just use a really little bit. You don't want to use too much or it'll pill up and not look good. But I just really love this. It is probably the best pore filling primer that I've ever used. It is kind of pricey, I'm not gonna lie, but I really do think it's worth it, and I've had this for so long. So if you shell out the $39 or whatever it costs, it'll last you a really long time. So it's definitely worth the price in my opinion, and if you want your pores to disappear, try this baby out. My last no way is the Cloven Hollow Makeup Melt. It's just their like cleansing balm. Again, this is a product that I don't hate. Like if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, I have used up quite a bit of it. Can you even see that? There you go. I have used up quite a bit of it, but I just came to the realization that I don't think I love this. And the reason is because it's just very, very thick. It's really hard to get off. So it does exactly what it says. You just scoop some out, rub it on your hands, rub it on your face. You know how to use cleansing balms. But I've found that just trying to remove it with water, it is so incredibly hard to get off. I have to use my cloth removing makeup wipes. Not everyone has those. Do you know what I mean? So if I were to like recommend this to you and you didn't have those cloths to remove it with and you just were trying to wash it off at your sink or in your shower, I feel like you would get very annoyed, because I feel like I get annoyed when I try to do that. It's just so thick and emollient, and it doesn't come off very easily. I feel like you just have to rub and rub and rub. With that being said, it does exactly what it says. It removes my makeup. It melts my makeup away. So if that's something you enjoy, a really thick cleansing balm, you might enjoy this, but with how hard it is to remove, and I just don't really love the scent either, I'm not going to get this again. This was gifted to me by Cloven Hollow, but I don't think that it would be one that I would purchase on my own. And then my last fave is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. Oh, this name is very long. I just love this. We're getting into the time of year where it's fall and it's getting cooler outside, and my skin always gets very dry that time of year. And this has just been really, really saving me. If you can tell, I'm about almost halfway done with it, and I didn't get it that long ago. So I've just been using this nonstop. It works well under pretty much every foundation I have paired it with. It really does hydrate my skin without making it oily or greasy or anything like that. It's just a really nice base under everything. Very hydrating. I really, really enjoy this. If you don't want to spend the money on the Smashbox Primerizer primer, I understand, because that's a really pricey primer. This is a really, really good option. I think it's like $14. You can get it on ColourPop's website or Ulta, and I highly recommend this. I've been loving it. And now that I am done with all of my faves and no ways, I'm going to hand it over to ESTEE, and she is going to talk about a few of her hits and misses that she has been loving and not loving recently. So take it away, ESTEE.
Hey Emily! Thank you so much for having me on your channel and for doing this collaboration with me. This is both our first collaboration, and there's definitely no one else I'd rather do a collaboration with than you. So I am so excited for this. So today I'm going to be sharing one hit and one miss from all of the products that I tried out in September. So my first hit is actually a product that I'm almost like embarrassed to talk about because I feel like everyone loves this product, everyone has tried this product, and I guess I've been living under a rock this whole time. So that would be the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and I have it in the shade Golden Flower Crown, which is this really, really beautiful, almost like golden champagne type of color. So I picked this up when Ulta did their fall haul, and it was regularly $5.99, but it was 40% off. So I got it for $3.50, and let me tell you, this highlighter is incredible. I am wearing it on my cheeks today. I mean, I feel like this is a direct dupe for the Becca highlighters, which are like, what, 40 bucks each? I am so impressed with this formula. It's smooth, it's creamy, there's no like chunks of glitter or anything like that. And I think what I really like about this is that when you put this on the cheek, it's kind of intense, but I find that if you just dab it in with your finger or go in with like a stippling brush and blend it in, it really blends into the skin. It almost melts into the skin and it looks very natural. So I like how you can do like a very intense highlighted look with this if you wanted, or you could do like a more natural everyday type of glow to the skin. So yeah, I absolutely love this. I know Emily loves this as well, and I just can't believe that I waited so long to purchase this. I don't really know why, but I mean, for $3.50 or even $5.99 the regular price, this is so incredible. This is probably one of the best highlighters I've tried in a long time. And then for my miss this month, I have the Nars Soft Matte Complete Foundation. So I'm really upset by this because I feel like every other video I've seen, every other Instagram review I've seen, people are just loving this, and I don't know why. For me, it just did not work at all. But I feel like this really proves that everyone's skin is different. Things that work for other people will not work for you, and vice versa. So basically, I did not like this because it accentuated my texture so bad. It accentuated texture that I honestly did not know that I had, but then I was able to discover from using this product. It's also not a soft matte in my opinion. It was very matte, and it was one of those matte foundations that when you put it on, you look flat, like flat matte, almost like ghostly, and not because the color didn't match. This matches almost like perfect to me. And then other products that I would put on top of it didn't work. Like some of my cream bronzers that I've used forever, that I love, that I've used with so many different foundations, were patchy on top of this. Same thing with cream blushes. Like, I don't know, I couldn't get things to blend properly on top of it. Another thing I didn't like about this is that it made my skin feel very tight. I have pretty combo skin, and I still couldn't get it to work for me. So I say that if you have oily or very oily skin, you may really like this, and I do think it's worth giving it a try because this actually wears really nicely under a mask. I tried this foundation probably around 10 times, and the days that I put this on and I had to run errands or go out of the house and wear a mask, I noticed that if it did transfer onto the mask, it was really minimal, and it still looked really good. So like I said, I do think that if you are more on the oily side, this is definitely worth trying out. All right, that was my one hit and one miss. Emily, I want to say thank you so much again for not only collaborating with me, but having me on your channel. Bye.
And that was it, you guys. That was all of my most recent faves and no ways. Thank you so much to ESTEE for talking about her most recent hits and misses. She came to me with this idea to collaborate, and I thought that it was such a good idea. I loved it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to have ESTEE's Instagram page, YouTube handle linked down below in the description box for you. Don't forget to check out her video as well, because I have one more fave and one more no way that I did not talk about in this video. So don't forget to check out her video as well. I hope that this was fun for you to watch. I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about some products that I've been loving / not loving recently. Don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday for you guys. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.